Yes, now we are doing this first play, that is the Bishop's Candlesticks. So today we will do from page number 4 through 6, where Mary leaves. So uh, this play, Bishop's Candlesticks, first, this play, when this play opens, when this play starts, there is a conversation between Mary and Person. Mary is the servant of Bishop and Person. Uh, Bishop is the brother of Person, right? So Person and Bishop, both of them, they are brother and sisters, and Mary is their maid servant. So when this play starts, in the first scene, you can say we find that Mary and Person, they are in conversation with each other, just a casual talk between them. They are in the kitchen, both of them are in the kitchen, and they are preparing a soup, and Person is instructing Mary to make the soup in a certain way, and she's asking some questions also to Mary. She is asking about where Bishop is, because it is very very cold, it is night, it is, and Bishop is not home. The time is past 9, it is already 9 o'clock, and Bishop is not home. So she is inquiring about Bishop to Mary, and she's asking कि वो कहाँ गया है, if Mary knows anything about Bishop. So she gives answer that Bishop is gone to her Bishop is gone to her mother, maid's mother, Mary's mother, because her mother is sick. So Bishop has gone to see her. And then, while talking, they come to the topic of this silver salt cellars. So, but those, then we find that those silver salt cellars have been sold. Mary tells Person that those silver salt cellars have been sold, and Person is very annoyed, she is very angry, and she is also very surprised and shocked, you can say, when she comes to know that those pretty silver salt cellars are sold, and she does not know about it. So she asks Mary again that who sold them and why were they sold. So Mary tells her that Bishop only told her that Bishop only told her to sell those, to sell those silver salt cellars, as Mother Gringoire, she needed some money. So in order to help Mother Gringoire, those silver salt cellars were sold. Now, Person gets very annoyed, she gets very angry on hearing this. She is kind of, in the first, this whole conversation between Mary and Person, we get to know that Mary is a little stupid. She's shown to be a little silly, right? And Person, on the other hand, she is very protective about her brother. She is very right now she is very concerned about her brother's attitude, her brother's this giving nature, because she thinks that Bishop is, most of the times he is always trusting people, and sometimes he is, his over trusting nature and his over helping nature might put him in danger, and this is not good. So she is always warning his brother and asking him not to do such things, because she thinks that charity that his this his charity his nature, that he is always, that he believes in charity, this is not good. There should be a balance, there should be like not excess of things. So शी फील्स कि उसका जो भाई है बिशप, वो बहुत ज़्यादा चैरिटी करता है, लोगों की हेल्प करता है, और लोग जो है वो इसी बात का फ़ायदा उठाकर उसको कभी कभी उससे ज़्यादा भी ले लेते हैं, उसका फ़ायदा उठाते हैं उसकी इस नेचर का। सो उसकी जो परसुम है उसका यही एक कंसर्न है अपने ब्रदर के लिए। एंड फ्रॉम दिस स्मॉल कॉन्वर्सेशन बिटवीन मैरी एंड परसुम वी गेट टू नो दैट three thing मतलब there are three characters obviously introduced. First is Persum, second is Mary, and third is Bishop. Though Bishop is not on the stage, but we do listen, about him, that what kind of a character and what kind of giving and helpful nature he has. And then second, Mary, who is very silly, a little stupid according to Persum, because she is doing silly things, we see, right? And then Persum, who is shown to be a practical lady, a little bit more, very much concerned about his brother, right? And this much is, we get to know when we read uh, this much, like till Mary leaves. Now come to the play. So play starts that Mary and Persum discovered Mary stirring some soup on the fire, Persum laying the cloth, etc. Persum: Mary, isn't the soup boiling yet? Not yet, madam. Well, it ought to be. You haven't tended the fire properly, child. But madam, you yourself made the fire up. Don't answer me back like that, it is rude. Yes, madam. Then don't let me have you rebuke you again. No, madam. I wonder where my brother can be. It is after 11 o'clock and no sign of him. Mary? Yes, madam. Did Monsieur the bishop leave any message for me? No, madam. Did he tell you where he was going? Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Then why haven't you told me, stupid? So with this, in this small conversation, we come to know that they are making soup, and Mary has Mary and Persum. They are both of them. They are making soup, and the fire is not properly tended. And then Persum is asking about Bishop, who is not at home. It is already 11 o'clock, and he is not back home. So Mary knows about where Bishop is, and Persum is like really a little bit shocked that if she knows where Bishop is, then why have not she told her that where Bishop is? Bishop, with real concern: no, sister. Oh, sorry. And Mary, let yourself. Sorry. Mary, madam didn't ask me, but that is no reason for not telling me, is it? Madam said only this morning I was not to chatter, so I thought. Oh my god, you thought? Oh, it's helpless. Yes, madam. Don't keep saying yes, madam, like a parrot. Nincompoop, it means fool. No, madam. Well, where did Monsieur say was going? To my mother's, madam. To your mother's, indeed? And why, pray? Monsieur asked me how she was, so I told him she was feeling poorly. You told she was feeling poorly, did you? And so my brother is to be kept out of his bed and go without his supper because you told him she was feeling poorly. That's gratitude for you. Madam, the soup is boiling. Then pour it out, fool, and don't chatter. Mary out to do so. No, not like that. Here, let me do. And do you put the salt cellars on the table, the silver ones? The silver ones, madam? Yes, the silver ones. Are you deaf as well as stupid? They are sold, madam. Sold? Are you mad? Who sold them? Why were they sold? Monsieur the bishop told me this afternoon while you were out to take them to Monsieur Greyeyes, who has often admired them and sell them for as much as she could. But you have no right to do so without asking me. But madam, Monsieur the bishop told me. Monsieur the bishop is a. But what can he have wanted with the money? Pardon, madam, but I think it was for Mary Gringoire. Mary Gringoire, indeed. What old witch? What? The old witch who lives at the top of the hill and who says she is bedridden because she is too lazy to do any work? And what did Mary Gringoire want with that money, pray? Madam, it was for the rent. The bailiff would not wait any longer and threatened to turn her out today if it were not paid. So she sent a little Jane to Monsieur to ask for help, and oh, mon Dieu, it's hopeless. Hopeless. We shall have nothing left. His estate is sold, his savings are gone, his furniture, everything. Were it not for my little dot, we should starve, and now my beautiful, beautiful salt cellars. Oh, it's too much, too much. Madam, I am sorry if I had known. Sorry. And why? If Monsieur the bishop chose to sell his salt cellars, he may do so, I suppose, and go and wash your hands. They are disgracefully dirty. Yes, madam. So we see that there is a small conversation between Mary and Persoon. So we come to know that Bishop has sold almost everything of his household, his furniture, and his estate, his savings, only in order to help others. And now he sold those silver salt cellars also, which were very dear to परसों. सो शी सेज दैट अगर मेरे पास मेरी डाउरी भी नहीं होती तो हम कैसे सर्वाइव करते. आई रियली वंडर बिकॉज शी इज़ वरिड अबाउट इट बिकॉज शी थिंक्स दैट देयर शुड बी अ बैलेंस बिकॉज शी इज़ शोन टू बी अ प्रैक्टिकल लेडी. क्योंकि उसको लगता है कि जो चैरिटी है वो एक लिमिट में रह के करनी चाहिए ऑब्वियसली. सो दिस इज़ हाउ वी कम टू नो अबाउट थ्री कैरेक्टर्स in the beginning, that Perso, Mary, and Bishop, right?